Hello, this is Linda Vetras Nichols, evolutionaryhealer.com, and I have with me the most amazing person, Fanny Ritter Milz. Welcome, Fanny.
Thank you for inviting me, Linda.
You're
I'm
so
happy to
welcome.
be with you.
Oh, it's such an honor to have you. So, Fanny, tell us a little bit about your life and your story of transformation.
Okay, actually, I never wanted to be a wife or a mother. And I was on my Swiss train straight to my professional career, and love crossed my way.
Love crossed your way. Tell me more about that.
Yes. So I married my first husband, and he was older than me, and it was for sure it was an out of the box relationship, and everybody said in my environment, you are crazy, this will not work, there's no future for that, that's a silly idea. But however, we stayed together over 15 years, and until heart disease and the
Mm.
heart transplantation, afterwards he died.
Oh,
So I
wow.
thought, yes, I thought, okay, uh, I've had a crystal in my hands. I had a wonderful relationship, and seeing all the women around me struggling, I thought, okay, I don't need that. But
Mhm.
life is playing the games in a different way than we expect. So another man crossed my way, and he was a good friend of us,
Oh,
and he was in my age. So I was lucky to fall in love again and to marry a second time. But this time, challenges showed up because in the heart he was a single. He was not really was not really
single.
a husband.
Yeah, single in the heart. I haven't heard that term and I like it.
He was a single in the heart, even though he loved me deeply. And so we had some trouble and some challenges. And one day I just said, okay, can't go on that way. And I joined education in neurolinguistic programming. And so I just fall into a path of education, of growing my skills, because I always thought my skills will be the keys to really make this relationship work. And I was not ready to fail because I have lost my first husband. And if
Right,
you, I didn't want it to lose this second man at my side, not at all. And this
right.
was how my journey began.
Wow. And so you've learned a lot of tricks for a successful marriage. I love it.
Yes,
That's, yeah.
learning by doing, as you say.
I like it. I like it. And I like the way you didn't blame him. You went on your own hunt for changing yourself and just looking for the reflections of what was going on with you and how you were responding to what was going on with him. And I think that's so beautiful. And you're the author of Butterfly Habits, and you're talking about transforming our Valentine's Day here. So yay! Yay, Fanny.
Yes.
All right. So, meaningful morning makeover is kind of tip number one here. So, tell us more about a meaningful morning makeover. How can we change the way we get up in the morning? Or what's kind of the typical thing that happens with couples in the morning? Maybe we'd start there.
Okay. They might roll out of the bed. They just hit the snooze button over and over again. Perhaps they tell themselves the last nightmare in detail. They recite the to-do list of the day, or they complain that the other one took the duvet. So it's not really a nice start in the day.
Yeah. A little boring, not too sexy.
No, not really sexy. That's the right word, Linda.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And then sometimes it's a total scramble in the morning just because things weren't prepared in the evening. So tell us about preparing ahead.
Yes, I call it also set the scene. It's just imagine in the evening when you have to select the dress you will wear the next day or whatever it will be, it takes you 5 minutes perhaps. But in the morning when you just roll out of the bed and all the things you have in the head and to do and to prepare, it takes you mostly the double of time. So you take off the stress by preparing in advance in the evening. Also, it might be to prepare the breakfast table or anything like that.
Hmm.
Just,
You know, Fanny, my mom was saying when she was in high school, there was a big mansion on a lake, and she was invited over by a friend from high school who lived there. He was the son, and his it was evening, and his mother had the kitchen table totally set with cloth napkins and fancy plates, and she just like made a really big deal of being prepared for the morning, and they all started their day in luxury, with just like nice dishes and certain meal plans prepared and everything, and that just absolutely blew her away. It's so easy to just grab a box of cereal or something and do your own thing in the morning, right?
yeah, yeah, that's completely different. And I thank you for sharing this, Linda, because it just illustrates what I'm talking about. Because when you start the day this way,
Mhm.
it's also the joy and the pleasure. You have another emotion how you go off the door of your home and
Mhm.
go to work, or you meet people, or the first challenge when driving a car. You will take it more easy, and
Mhm.
this is really can change the game or the start in a day radically,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I love it. I know a guy who had a coffee maker, and he'd prepare it the night before, and then in the morning when he'd get his coffee, he would say, "Thank you, good night, David." Because good night, David did it the night before. He was very detached from that man who would just go do it without thinking. I love it. And then I know when I had my kids, when my kids were little, I mean, I would, if I was going someplace the next morning, especially whatever it was that I was going to be taking with me, I would put it out in the car ahead of time. And that made a big difference in my preparing ahead. I'd pull their clothes out the night before, so I wasn't thinking what outfits to put them in. And, we can do that kind of stuff too as adults as well, right?
Absolutely. And it just reminds me now when you go on a holiday, for example, when you just pack the luggage the day your flight is scheduled. So can you imagine how stressful this is? And actually, we practice this each morning, day by day. We prepare the luggage just before takeoff. And that's really something that can change dramatically the harmony in your life and in
Right.
your well-being.
Yep. Yeah. If you want to have a fight, make sure you do it that way.
Ah,
And if you
exactly.
want to and if you want to get divorced, I've heard tell, if you want to get divorced, build a house.
Yeah.
And I said that to somebody who was on their second house, and by the time they did their third house, they were divorced. They just thought that was cute and funny, and then boom, third house, now they're divorced. That's like sad. Okay. So waking up, Fanny, what do you have to say?
Okay, there's also definitively a better way to get the day started. It's just instead of the ring of an alarm clock. And I think this is something most people don't consider actually because it's normal. It's done by everybody. And
Mhm.
okay, you are looking for a nice tone perhaps, but nevertheless, it's an alarm clock. And studies show that, for example, you experience this in the summertime. You're waking up on your own because the light is coming up, the sunshine comes, and your whole body and metabolism reacts on that. And actually, what I suggest is there exist alarm wake up lights, which you can
Wow.
schedule, and then they bring light in the wintertime, dark winter, they bring light, and they they put up the bright light step by step, like if the sunshine would start in the morning in summertime. And this
Wow.
gives to the whole entire metabolism to your body, gives another procedure in waking up. And it's much more softer and much more relaxing, actually.
That's amazing. Yeah, it's very easy on the neural system. I work with people with post-traumatic stress disorder sometimes, and that would be so gentle to their nervous system. I like that. Okay,
Yeah,
and then
absolutely.
shake it off and shine. What's that all about?
Yeah, okay. Studies also showed if you practice exercise in the morning, you have much more energy the next day. So really starting the morning with a little walk outside or some gymnastics. It hasn't to be excessive, but it will give you more energy for the next day. So you just take your energy on and on and on and support yourself just by little changes in your daily routine.
Wow, it's that same effect of prepare the night before. So if you exercise today, then you have more
Absolutely.
energy tomorrow. I like that. Very cool.
And
Okay,
and
go ahead.
Linda, when you just said now, when you prepare the breakfast table, you also gain some time to do some exercise.
I know, right? Yep. Okay, so connect to daily life. And one of the things you have here is laziness. Tell us about that.
Okay, there are countless blogs out there that say that laziness holds you back from enjoying your life fully. And perhaps I shouldn't say that, but I confess I think it's the opposite.
Wow.
Laziness helps you to rejuvenate your soul and your love relationship. And do you remember your last holiday, Linda?
Hmm. No.
No. No
No.
obligations, just doing what you want, even if it's nothing, and voila, your love, your happiness are blossoming. It's so
Mm.
laziness, and when you come home from holidays, there's the whisper in your mind who says laziness is useless. And so, um, but whatever you want, your laziness wants you to do it because give it some time. It's really not useless for it, and it's a need, a personal need that we tend to ignore actually.
I usually build it into my day as well as into my week. So when the weather's nice, I go glamping. I call it glamping instead of camping because it's a little more luxury with an inflatable air mattress, 3 tiers up, and and anti-gravity chairs and two-bedroom tent. I hear you though. Yeah. Even just to get away, like you said, on holiday for even a solid week is huge. You do come back. I like the way you're saying that the mind almost plays a trick and it says, like, this isn't a good thing. And maybe that's why I tend to build it into my day as well. How about
Mhm.
the wish map? Is that something that you do with your partner then?
Yes, I think this is really a great way because when it's Valentine's Day, you walk and talk with an open heart. So it's the best moment actually to design a wish map. And the idea is you put on some romantic music, you organize some colorful crayons and markers, a big piece of paper, and then you just listen inside to your heart and you bring on this map all your wishes. And the strict rule is don't discuss anything. Say
Ah,
inner yes and put it on the map. And it is important because like that we share things we perhaps don't share in daily stress and when we're busy. But on Valentine's Day is about the two persons, the couple. And so we open up and we share things we perhaps don't don't share in ordinary day conditions. And so we really can design a map for the year, and that would be wonderful, to include the needs or little wishes or something that you haven't been talking or thinking of, and it gives the relationship a direction for the future.
wow, I like it. And I like the fact that you were mentioning it's like there's no critiquing of yourself or your partner. It's just everybody is they're both allowing yourselves to just get it down on paper. And it's kind of I'm sure, a big aha as to what your partner did put down. And do you get to discuss that later, like where that's coming from for them?
Yes, absolutely. So I think it's important just to really to stick with the individual needs. And when you're in a relationship, it's you, it's your partner, and it's the relationship. And all of these three parts have to be included in this wish map. It's not just what I want or what my husband wants or what would be great for our relationship. It's all the three parts have to be the perspective of all three parts have to be included. And so I think this is a great way really to give to give this direction, because laundry has a plan, your car revision has a plan, but actually, do we really make a plan for our love relationship? No, we just live it, and then we wonder when we come to some point where we actually didn't want it to go. So that's actually
Yeah.
something that has to prevent that.
So I have a question, just to get really clear. It's one piece of paper, and the two of you are drawing and coloring and whatever on one piece of paper. Wonderful. Great idea. I love it.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay. And then leisure cards. Tell us about that.
Okay, I just this idea went because I had a friend of mine, a nice couple, was visiting me, and he is always very helpful when we prepared the breakfast or something. He helped with the cooking, everything, and then I observed that sometime he was standing aside and waiting. And then I gave him permission to just let go and have a TV watch or read a magazine like he likes. And I realized, hey, that's something, for example, men really, really enjoy. Also my husband, when I just say, hey, darling, now 1 hour you can do whatever you want to do. Just hang around or watch your football game or do nothing. Do just nothing. And I think sometimes it would be great for Valentine's Day to just design your own leisure cards and share them, so that when throughout the year you have say, oh, I don't have really, I'm not very motivated to do anything, you just take these leisure cards and you just use them like an official permission to do nothing or to do what
I
you
love
like to
that.
do.
Very cool. All right. That's so awesome. So, meaningful direction. What do you mean by that?
Okay, meaningful direction. Valentine's Day is normally a day uh, where couples celebrate their love. Some couples cover their problems with that. And for 24 hours, Valentine's Day creates the illusion of Romeo and Juliet until the drama of tragedy takes over the next day. So this cannot be the idea. Actually, I would say make Valentine's Day a turning point or a start point for a different way of life. And and with these ideas which we shared now before, it's not, yes, it's nice to have flowers, it's nice to have a candlelight dinner, but at least to take one of these ideas and include them will help to really have more effect also in on long term. On long-term perspective. That's the idea. So Valentine's Day, not only 24 hours, really take it as a day that gives you an opportunity to shift your relationship and to bring out the beauty of your love, actually, long
So,
term.
so Valentine's Day is really just the beginning of your year together in love, right?
Yes,
I like it.
absolutely. You got it. You got it, Linda.
It's the New Year's Eve of love.
Yes, it is worldwide.
Worldwide. All right. So, respect individuality. Whoa. There's a biggie, right? And men, oh my goodness, men would rather live on a desert island than to, be disrespected. And women would rather live on a desert island to not be loved. So,
Yeah.
love and respect. love your woman's individuality and respect your, counterpart, your husband's individuality. Okay, so tell us more about respect individuality, Fanny.
Okay, I think there is the tendency when you are together for a longer time as a couple, you try to change your partner. You try to align the things, and your perception of the partner shifts. And actually, I think every person has his strengths and his weaknesses. And it's so lovely. I got a comment on a blog post where a lady was writing, "Oh, I just discovered that all my weaknesses are the strengths of my partner. And isn't this wonderful? It would be a silly thing to change anything because they help each other. They are double as strong and powerful as a couple as if they would have the same weaknesses and the same strengths, actually." So I
Right.
think just to see these negative points of your husband, to question those and to ask yourself, isn't it that I'm that is my strength and my weaknesses are perhaps covered by a strength of him? So this is the idea of respect the individuality and not trying to change all the time your partner.
I love it. So you have authored Butterfly Habits, and tell us a little bit about what's in that book for people, and tell us the subtitle as well.
It's called Butterfly Habits: How to Make Your Honeymoon Last Forever. So it's
Nice.
written for women, but actually also men will surely find some useful and helpful advice in it. And it's the butterfly habits. The name comes from the butterfly effect, which is a physical law that says when you make little changes, create drastic shifts. So it's like the scissors of the blades of a scissor. At the beginning, it's small, but on the length, the difference is getting bigger and bigger. And so is the idea of butterfly habits. I've included, it's a process. As I say, love is something that grows from inside out.
Mm.
And so with different, also with a chapter about communication later on and some sassy strategies, how to handle your husband in a nice way if there are some challenges. But however,
It's more like
it's
how to
most
handle yourself around your husband.
but this is what you start off. But later on, it goes to the relationship itself. And it's just there are small butterfly habits that you can pick and that you can apply and integrate in your daily life and create step-by-step shifts. Because I think, imagine, have you ever had a boat, Linda, or have been navigating a boat? When you
A little bit.
navigate too strong, the boat makes the correction too strong, and then you have to correct back. And I think in a relationship happens the same. If there is something not balanced, there is the tendency to make it too drastic shifts, and then you're going off course, but in another way. And that's the why the butterfly habits are small things you change step by step, and this is much smoother, and you feel like your relationship is step by step coming on the right course and going for the right direction.
Whoa, that is like those analogies are perfect. I love this one, the scissor. I never thought about that before. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, and you have some amazing gifts for everybody too. Tell us about your gifts that people can get out at butterflyhabits.com.
Yes, the first one, they come in a threesome, so it's a package which you can claim. Just log in on the website butterflyhabits.com, and then you will get all three gifts. The first one is
Wow.
a free chapter. It's called free chapter, but actually it's three chapters of my book, and it's about the chapter about the mystery about the weakness of women. It's about one single word that shifts your relationship instantly,
Cool.
and then the true game changers in a love relationship. So this is all about what you will find in this free book excerpt. The second one is actually the book itself has countless links on hidden website pages where you can access resources. And for example, this second gift is one of this kind of resources. This was from the chapter with the inner enemy, with the fears. And so I created a mini guide, which I now offer also for free, with 10 empowering strategies to overcome fears and doubts. So
Oh,
this is also this is one of the tools of the book actually. And then the third one is an idea about a success planner. So how perhaps you can integrate when you have made your wish map, you can integrate some points of the wish map in this success planner to really stay focused throughout the year. So just
wow.
access these three gifts, and then you have an impression what's coming more in the of the book Butterfly Habits, because there will be, I don't know, had about 15 tools, 15 links, outside links to tools which you can access additionally to the book.
Wow. Thank you. So generous. So, listeners, butterflyhabits.com and grab your amazing gifts. 3, and then there's even 3 chapters for free. So that's just so cool. Thank you so much, Fanny. That was very, very generous of you. I love it. All
You're welcome,
right.
Linda.
We were having a discussion about, I had asked Fanny, what's the weakness, that you have? And later she came up with, go ahead and tell them. It's so cute. About cooking.
Yes, yes. It was so cute. Linda asked me this question, what's my weakness? And I was thinking, what's my weakness? Okay, we all have weaknesses, but when somebody asks you, you're really looking for something that really sticks. And then I remembered, oh yes. Oh yes, I was horrible in cooking. So when I had to make a simple salad dressing, I didn't know if I have to put in more oil or more vinegar. So I really had to make a note to remember me. And I know we had a cooking school, and we had to cook things and then eat them on ourselves. And actually, it was so bad, Linda. I tell you, we hided it in the how do you say, in the
In the
garbage. We
napkin.
hided
Oh.
it in the garbage that we didn't have to eat it. So I was really, really horrible in cooking.
That's so funny. Terry and I hate to cook. My husband, Terry Earthwind Nichols, and we don't like to cook. And if I do cook, I can't repeat what I did. And it might taste really good, but I can't repeat it. That's 2 husbands now. It's like, make that again. I can't. So Terry makes pancakes, gluten-free pancakes. And if I'm not up yet, I get them in bed because he does breakfast. And then I do lunch. He takes a nap. He's a retired Navy guy, so he always took his nap at 11 o'clock on the ship. He'd get up like 4:30 in the morning before the ship was awake and alive and get his work done for the day, so he could be fully present for everybody who needed him. He was the chief. And so anyways, he'll get up from lunch and I'll have lunch for him, and then we make dinner together. It's seriously not much as far as cooking goes. We know how to heat things and boil things. But we do that together to keep it
So
simple.
I'm lucky my second husband now, he adores cooking. So I'm really,
Good.
I didn't know that before
I love it.
when we came together. So I'm lucky now I have, you see, the weakness and the strengths we have been talking
Yeah.
about, Linda.
Yes,
Here's a
absolutely.
practical example.
In my first marriage, it was with kids, and everybody had a whole different idea of their diets, what they wanted, and it was like short order cook. It was crazy. Oh my goodness. Those were the days, right? Well, thank you again, Fanny. This has been wonderful, and I am so, so touched by your life and then you being willing to pull that together and give the rest of us a resource so that we can start our year the day after Valentine's Day, our year of love. Thank you again.
You're welcome, Linda. I'm sending you a big hug from Switzerland.
Thank you. I like hugs Hugs from Switzerland sound really good.
Yeah.
They have good chocolate.
Okay.
I love it. All right, my dear. Thanks again. Bye bye.
Bye.